All right, and we are underway.
What's Uncle hiding on us tonight?
Very interesting that Sleeping Luigi had a nightcap on. We had a heart container to start. So this is, for those that might be new, this is standard mode. You still go through the escape sequence, and then once you get Zelda's Sanctuary, then the world opens up and the randomizer begins. But we get this first item, and it's the D. We have the bow to start.
Pew, pew, pew. Here come the fast strats, guys. A little bit of early money never hurts anyone. Oh, and the power glove.
We got, that is, two early items that are going to be very useful.
Seeing as Titan's Mitt is required for the end of the game, we do need to see both glove progressions.
We are also going to need the you need the bow at least for Ganon's Tower for the red mimics. You also will need it if you need to clear Eastern or Pod.
And being 2 out of 10 dungeons, and we have to clear 7 of them, the odds are we should see at least one of them, or a dip into one of them. And there's the Cane of Brian.
So Hyrule Castle is loaded so far.
Gives them an opportunity to have different options to fight with, which is really nice should they run out of ammo on one or the other.
Yep, and also with the back of escape being 3 chests being blocked by a bombable wall, you're going to want to at least farm a bomb off of one of the enemies so you don't have to come back for it.
Exactly, it can be painful to make sure but they have the power glove, so they can come back pretty quickly, so it's not devastating to not have the bomb by the time you leave escape.
Although with that early power glove, if they don't find one, it won't necessarily be that difficult to come back if needed. It will just be a little bit of lost time.
Indeed. The thing we want to see is hopefully some early money for these guys so they can check the bottle vendor without having a big issue in Kakariko. And
Ooh.
Silver arrows. Wow.
Okay, this Hyrule Castle just keeps it coming.
Stacked castle. Can we call it Hype Castle at this point?
It certainly looks like it.
There's a new one, Hype Escape.
There's something new every race.
I think the first race I commentated this last week was bow, silver arrows, and fighter sword in Escape.
Wow.
Which turned into a pedestal seed and Aga at 1.5 hours.
Well, you know, I already see someone in chat saying this is going to be a jet seed, but to your point, sometimes the seed can troll very late in the game.
Yep. And that it was the book up on the ledge, which or in the lumberjack cave, which doesn't seem to indicate Aga at all early on. So
until it does, but well, we've got Zelda through the castle, and now we're going to be on our way to the sewers. The lights are on for this portion because we have to make it so that you can get through. But after this, dark rooms, you need the lamp.
a little bit of farming from Zaphod there with the Cane of Brian.
Still no bombs yet for either runner.
Ooh, a 10-pack of arrows coming to ctack, which helps farm those little buggers.
Just another heart container in the sewer chest. Zaphod still looking for bombs and still having no luck.
Think he'll clear some of the rats in the next room.
Rats keep moving.
Ooh, is he going to pop out the cane? Probably will be faster than this. Oh,
Nope,
he's going to come back.
Yep. ctack will pop out the cane of Brian, though. And not
Still
find
no
anything.
bombs.
So, yeah, both runners are going to have to come back for the 3 items in the back of Escape. But, again, with that Power Glove, that won't be that hard to do.
And the hammer.
Oh, man, this Hype Castle is really bringing it.
And both red crystals in the light world and 3 crystals in the light world.
Yep. Your 5-6 crystals today are Desert Palace and Tower of Hera, and Eastern Palace is just a regular crystal.
So it looks like Zaphod's going to give us probably a lumberjack check.
And ctack is looking for a bomb, found one. Now going to head to Lost Woods. All right, just a big 20, and ooh, that was so fast I missed it.
It was the magic cape, which helps deter against an Aga seed here.
Yes. So a couple of things to clarify. So we had someone in chat ask, what does a jet seed mean? A jet seed means that you find all of the items necessary to complete the seed relatively quickly. So it's very fast in terms of completion. The reason why the cape is important in terms of Aga potential requirement of going to beat Aghanim is because you need the lamp for certain, and then you either need the Master Sword or the Fighter Sword and the cape in order to get through Aghanim. So finding the cape on the Lumberjack Cave pretty much means unless you find Master Sword, you're most likely not going to need Aga 1.
What a nice tree pull on Zaphod's side. He just pulled 4 bombs out of there.
Absolutely.
And there's the Fighter Sword.
And
a bottle.
Triple bombs and $20. Sorry to step on you there.
No worries. Again, Kakariko starting to pay off. Literally and figuratively.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
As we drop down the well and see what we can find over here.
We have another heart container.
Healthier than my last run for sure at this point.
Yeah.
And Quake.
Mushroom and piece of heart.
Hopefully, so seeing as medallions also get randomized, it's important to see those medallions early in case we do have Mire and or Turtle Rock up.
Bottle vendor holding the moon pearl, so 9 minutes in and we have Dark World access.
Indeed we do. Do you think either of the runners is going to check Village Outcasts before they head to South Shore? It is a long walk to get to the portal, but it almost makes sense.
I'm not that good. I would say right now, okay, if I were running this, 6 hearts right now, I would not feel confident in terms of doing blind, even with the Cane of Brian. So
I wouldn't expect a full blind, but I'd expect at least the 3 chests and a drop down to the digging game paired with checking Thieves Town plus a map check, giving you an idea of what you're hunting for early. Ooh, Ether in the library. So medallion number 2 has been identified.
Yep. Both of our runners getting Quake from the well, and now we'll need boots in order to get Ether. And just a piece of heart of the race game. And it looks like ctack is going to continue on to South Shore.
Chat makes a good point. It's a quick check to Bumper Cave to see if you need the cape for that key item, to see if it's an Agaseed.
Absolutely.
Seeing as...
Well, because the thing I was going to add is that the only other place you would need the cape is for Spike Cave, and since we already have the Cane of Burna, you won't need cape in order to do that.
Exactly. I was going to say the only item that is explicitly dependent on the cape is Bumper Cave. Zaphod deciding to take the heart piece out of the race.
We have another heart container once you drain the well, or drain the swamp.
I think Zaphod is going to escape and getting those last 3 chests.
And certainly have the bombs for it.
At least one of those is going to be the map, because I do not think we saw it going out.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing it either. We had so many items.
Ooh, and a use of Quake to quickly clear the Moldorms. Or make them easy to clear.
Fisher Price, my first shield, the Arrow of Destiny, and the map in the back of Escape.
What does Moldorm Cave have? Arrows, 20 bucks, a piece of heart, 50 bucks, and another heart.
Yeah, Mini Trolldorm not having much, but the health certainly works. And
Zaphod going to Hype Cave?
He certainly looks that way.
Hopefully we get a quick map check. Okay, pendants in Swamp, Skullwoods, and Pod, with Skullwoods being our green pendant tonight.
All right, so that means Turtle Rock and Meyer are in play.
Need both rods, need the Cane of Samaria, and the flute. And I think boots or the hookshot for logic purposes to get into Meyer.
All right, we had $300. We had the flippers, $20, $20, and a piece of heart in Hype Cave, and we got the flute and Ice Rod Cave.
I think ctack is going to rush back to Kakariko to activate the Swag Duck.
Certainly looks like it. Man,
fast movement. Can't argue with that at this point.
I'm also feeling very nervous about all the items we're getting at this point. The troll is coming at some point. I can just feel it.
Mm-hmm. And I love that both racers have made wildly divergent paths here. So we're getting quite the overview of what this seed is going to look like.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, at this time to honor Hyrule, please join us in the playing of the national Swag Duck Anthem. And the J is away.
The duck is amok.
The pheasant is present.
The swan is gone.
Meanwhile, the heart piece is undug. I don't know. ctack not gonna bother with Sahasula's closet. He's just going straight for Eastern Palace.
Both racers seem to be pretty competent with the dark room, so I think they may go for the clear without the lantern.
They certainly have the one thing that seems to be tough is trying to find that Cyclops in the dark, but they've got enough health that I would imagine they'd be able to get it.
And one of the good tricks is if you can quickly fire 3 or 4 arrows up on the right side, you can identify the Igor where he's at with an arrow sticking out of him. And it looks like just money in the first chest. Going to make our way to the vanilla compass room to see what we've got over there, as Zaphod starts to clear the rest of Light World South Shore.
Yep, and then with that money that Zaphod farmed, I have to imagine that there's Master Sword, so I imagine we're gonna get a Zora check here soon.
I was going to say, I think Zaphod, once he finds that flute, he is going to save quit, head to Kakariko, and then head straight up to the witches, and then up to Zora. Especially with the flippers as well. He can grab the ledge item and the fairy cave at the same time. I like chat calling for the worst case scenario with a big key on the torch with boots on pedestal at Ganon's Tower.
Chat's always wanting to bring the pain with our runners.
Except you need the hookshot to complete Swamp. Trying to see if there is actually logic to get that kind of pedestal required.
Yep.
It looks like Zaphod is going to quickly check the Lake Hylia Island as well for $20.
Mm-hmm. Now, for his sake, let's hope while he's swimming, he swims over to Ice Rod Cave.
Yeah, that would be a grave mistake if he does not go over there and check right now. Not game ending at this point, but certainly would be a great lead if he does check it.
Especially because usually if you're going to bypass Ice Rod Cave, you're going to wait until you have the flute in order to flute over there and save some time. Problem is, the flute is what's awaiting you in Ice Rod Cave.
Chicken and egg. And we saw a vanilla big key in Eastern.
And just the map in the chest, and ctack is going to try to attempt this dark room without the lamp. I think he lost the Cyclops, though.
Oh, saw one there. Let's see if he can do it. He's got another couple of hits. And Zaphod going to get his flute.
Yes.
Oh, and there's the death from ctack.
Press F to pay respects.
Rip. And I think ctack's gonna go and check the closet of Sahasrahla.
Certainly would make sense.
Watch, double male progression back there.
I mean, this seed has been at a breakneck pace already, so... Let's see what we got. Red meringue, piece of heart, and the mirror.
Wow. At chat, yes, doing a dark room without the lantern is breaking logic. Which means anything found behind there will not help them progress where they're at currently. It may, it's just, it won't be in logic.
It won't be in logic, and realistically, the only way it helps is it basically helps you deduce where things could be in the seed. Like, for example, like if you find lamp, if you were to sequence break and go up to Death Mountain without the lamp or the flute, and you find the lamp, well, that meant the flute was what it was meant to get you up there in the first place. So you're gonna have to find the flute in a place where the lamp isn't. So it's kind of a deduction if you do a sequence break.
And ctack taking the old man up to his little hidey hole and getting a piece of heart for his efforts.
Did Zaphod get another sword upgrade that I missed?
No, ctack did. Or I think Zaphod got a different one than ctack did. So we've got 3 swords available.
Oh, it must have been at Zora. Either Zora or at the Waterfall of Wishing. Yep.
Waterfall of Wishing. Zora gave junk. Bombs.
Just standard life lesson for from Zora. Or
nothing on Spectacle Rock there.
$300 inside, which is nothing to sneeze at, especially because ctack still needs the money for Zora.
True, but it is very circuitous to get to. And ctack's probably going to do a quick dip into Hera to see if he can do it without a fire source.
Yep.
There.
Either the big key has to be in one of these 2 chests, or first locations. That small key, however, does not bode well for our need of a fire source.
And there are only 2 items to be found in here, so it's a small pool, but not terrible. And we are fire locked.
Yep. We need to go have a coffee break, which you need fire to brew the coffee, so we'll be back later.
And it looks like Zaphod's going to do a quick drop into Skull Woods.
There's 2 items here, but in previous versions of the randomizer, Skullwoods seemed to always have value, but it's certainly been balanced out as the new versions have come out.
Hammer bounce strats going on Zaphod's side. And the lantern.
Well, there's your fire source. Alright, we got 10 arrows at the end of Spiral Cave.
And we'll get a quick paradox check next. Looks like Zaphod has gone on another intergalactic adventure. He had found his towel. He has left us in this race.
Yes, his stream is still going, so we'll be able to we should get this back shortly. $20 and 10 arrows at the bottom of Paradox Cave.
So, assuming no key item was found in that chest in the first part of Skullwoods.
Yeah, from watching his stream, he's found the big key, but I haven't seen this. I didn't get to see if he found the second item or not.
The fact that he's checking this chest says to me he did not. And there's the big key.
Okay, so we're back to where I saw it on his other stream, so But yeah, to your point, if he was going for that big key, he probably didn't find another item.
Yep, and ctack turning in the mushroom to see what the fetch quest number 1 has for us. $20.
Just to make 20.
It doesn't pay to do drugs, kids.
No, it does not.
And it looks like the last item for Skull Woods is behind the fire rod.
I guess I have to say, for the in respect of the late Barbara Bush, just say no, kids.
And Zaphod checking to see. Oh, it is an Agaseed.
Oh, I missed it. What was it?
Fire rod on Bumper Cave.
Oh!
This is powerful information for Zaphod at this point. He does not have the mirror, but he knows he needs to do Aga as soon as possible, and he has a lantern.
Yeah, Zaphod can head there right now.
And it looks like we're gonna walk past each other in Village of Outcasts.
Yeah, I imagine we'll get a high five here soon. All right, I got my first ladies wrong. It was Nancy Reagan that said just say no. It's late.
At chat, so Fire Rod is necessary as we need to do Turtle Rock. Fire Rod is hidden behind the magic cape, which is in the Lumberjack's cave, which requires the boots and Aghanim to be dead.
Yep.
So when we say Agaseed, we mean Aghanim. That is the first boss in the castle who allows you to teleport to the Dark World.
Yep. And when the vanilla game, that's how you normally get to the Dark World. In Randomizer, we have other means, like Titansmiths.
Ooh. Zaphod hitting all the right points with his routing right now. ctack right behind. Let's see if ctack goes up and does Skullwoods and or checks Bumper Cave.
There's a big key. We were going to find it in one of the first 4 chests. T-Race, or Trace. Man, tonight's been rough. Anywho, any other benefits of killing Aga besides Lumberjack? No, that's why we get pretty hyped when Aga is required.
You also do have a quick portal to the Dark World if you don't want to go use Hammer, Rock, or Titan's Mitt. So it does give you that as well. A very minor consequence, though.
Yeah.
It also makes... Go ahead.
I was gonna say in Randomizer, in general, if you can't avoid Aga 1, do it.
Yes. Also, Aga makes overworld travel in the Light World substantially harder as the guards ramp up and become more difficult and more plentiful.
Win-loss record, I don't know. I thought it was 1-0, and that's what I'm seeing in chat. Whoa, we got a glitch on ctack's side. He had to nope out.
Yeah.
don't know how in the world that happened.
That was impressive. We may have to watch that again and see if there's something we can glean. I don't think it was useful, but ctack doing his escape check for the Arrow of Destiny and the map and the Katie's first shield.
Using his last bomb to do it. All right, ctack gonna head back. I imagine this is gonna be to go back into Thieves Town as Zaphod makes his way to blind.
Looks like he's gonna use Brian strats. Or have backup Brian strats.
Yeah, he's got the first two phases down pretty quickly.
And out comes the cane. And let's go hug blind.
As we hug him to death.
Ooh.
Now, I was gonna say earlier that boots were gonna be needed for the getting to the lumberjack cave, and well, there they are.
And a quick check of the peg cave. Luigi's model with a hammer up like that is adorably awesome.
Everything with the Luigi sprite is adorably awesome.
Ooh, and some clothes. It's a me, Super Luigi.
So TJ Deckerson clipped what happened. It looked like somehow both of the like star clouds got killed, and then as ctack went through the door, it basically cycled him all the way back through the room, and that's what I guess despawned everything.
As we're gonna bring Jeremiah back to the Breadsmiths after a bit of a world tour, it looks like, grabbing the pendant.
The ether medallion, you mean?
Or yes, medallion. Puts them at good odds to have at least one, if not both, medallions they need.
One thing we were also mentioning when you were talking about Fire Rod being needed for Turtle Rock, Fire Rod's also needed for Ice Palace unless we find Bombos as well.
On ctack, I like the palette for blind. She is quite ashen looking. And Zaphod making his way to go do his Aga kill.
So, Spleeby said he did a ctack did a spin attack as he crossed the quadrant boundary, and that's what caused that glitch.
ctack whipping out the Cane of Brian on the same way. Mirror was in Sahasrala's closet.
Yep. ctack getting his pair of boots. We had a question from PH Meltzer. Is the number of small keys you find in any one dungeon fixed? Yes, their locations are changed. The key sanity variant moves the small keys out of the dungeons and are in the item pool with everything else. Keys that are found in pots or dropped by enemies are still in the same location. Those aren't randomized.
So some dungeons become easier knowing that in key sanity.
And some, like Swamp Palace, become harder because until you find that small key, you can't even get in there.
Yep. And needing at least 2 keys found before you can get anywhere in Swamp, really. To complete it, at least.
Alright, Zaphod making his way up Aga Tower.
Zet's Lumberjack has the cape, which is required for the Fire Rod in Bumper Cave. This is the theme of this run tonight. And ctack still does not know it's an Agaseed.
Yeah, ctack never went to Lumberjack Cave at the start of the race. Zaphod was the only one that did. Oh, we have our time for our blue ball guest with Aga 1. I'm gonna go 4 today.
I'm gonna go with 6.
Yep. Aga, the pattern with Aghanim is the same. The first one will always be a yellow ball that you can reflect back. 2, 3, and 4 will be randomized either blue or yellow, and then 5 will always be a lightning strike. And there's our first blue ball.
Brad Smith's had $20. There's the second.
Three.
Which means we're going to in at least 3 phases with Aghanim. Or cycles, at least.
Yep. Alright, there's the required one. There's 4. Alright.
Cave 45 being checked by ctack.
So we got 4 blue balls and 4 yellow balls. Alright, just one more for Zaphod. 5.
There's my 6.
And down goes Aga.
It's interesting to note that both players will get the exact same pattern for Aghanim. So they will both see 6 blue balls.
Much like they both have the same number of digs to get that money. Ooh, there's the other sword upgrade on the pyramid.
So Tempered Sword now, but we will see Butter Sword most likely from both racers.
Yeah, because the one that Zaphod is missing is in Eastern Palace, I believe, and
correct.
ctack has the 2 in Waterfall of Wishing and on the pyramid.
Key items owned by separate players right now. Quite interesting making this a race.
ctack heading to Hype Cave, gonna get those flippers.
And a quick catfish check.
I think Zaphod missed, though.
Not so quick catfish check.
then just 5 arrow upgrade. We're gonna get a King's Tomb check here from Zaphod.
And a hobo check from ctack. Very true. Chad is mentioning that the sword upgrade in Eastern is in the vanilla compass location, which is the right side. So if they are in go mode, they may not grab it.
All right, Zaphod is going to get that cape. And next up on the agenda will most likely be the fire rod.
I'm wondering if Zaphod with the lantern is going to go clear EP now.
Looks like he's heading for... Looks like he's heading...
Skullwoods? No.
No, heading to get the fire rod.
Oh, yeah, get that, be done with it, and make sure you have it.
Alright, so... Cyclone with the pun of, as Zaphod gets the fire rod, the burning question, what's on pedestal? Well, let's figure that out. Ice Rod can be there because Ice Rod you only need for Trinex. It can literally be anywhere. We need
Medallion.
The medallion for Bombos. Canis Samaria could be there because we don't need it for Pod, Swamp, or Skullwoods. Then that's it. We have access to Desert through Flute, Titansmiths, and Mirror, so we don't need Book. So it's really either Bombos Medallion, Ice Rod, or Canis Samaria.
Yeah, let's snuff out those fire puns right now.
Zaphod is gonna head back, going to head back to Skullwoods with that fire rod.
There's still at least one more item in there, and green pendant. And as we learned with my seed last night, if you dip into a green pendant dungeon, you complete it.
Right, because you don't want to maybe miss the fire rod on Cold Stare and then have to redo Ice Palace again.
Yep.
Thankfully, you won that race, so it, still paid off.
Some of these checks, it looks like Zaphod's just going to run straight to Mothula and then come back for that last chest if Mothula does not have the item.
Zaphod gonna freeze the or I forgot, they don't freeze, they just poof away with the ether. Speaking of which, ctack picks that up.
Thanks, Seru. I do appreciate that pun. Ooh, a shed check.
Meanwhile, Zaphod is going to take on Mothula.
It's that time, everyone, to fight Mothula.
We're gonna get a shed check, and then I imagine...
Checkerboard?
I was also gonna say desert. 10 bomb upgrade, so that was the second
Samaria.
item. Okay.
Also, probably check medallion that's needed for... There we go. Quake.
All right.
So we've got one medallion identified.
Which is in our possession. And ctack is gonna head to the Desert Palace.
And Zaphod with the green pendant, I think, is going to make his way to Sahasrahla, get his mirror, check the pendant, and clear Eastern, getting himself his butter sword.
Finding just a compass on the torch, which we have the boots, so no problem even if it was something of importance there.
So you'll notice here that there are guards around Eastern Palace instead of Octoroks. That is thanks to, again, him being dead.
And just a 5-arrow upgrade with Sahasrahla. Alright, so knowing everything we know now, Mire is full clearable, Ice is full clearable, Eastern Desert Hera, all the crystal dungeons are clearable. Turtle Rock, you can, if you have the right medallion, you can get in, you just can't beat Trinex. Because you still need the Ice Rod. And it looks like ctack is going to check Checkerboard Cave before heading back to Lameless. And just a heart container.
Grabbing some extra health just to be on the safe side. And here's our butter sword from Zaphod.
Oh,
I think that's a good name for this seed. If we're missing the ice rod, this will now be known as a Canada seed. Thanks to Gesellschaft. Looks like a heart piece or a heart from Agina's cave.
It was a piece of heart. Yeah,
hey, I'm Canadian. I'm allowed to keep with this.
I'm
Canada
Ohio.
represent.
I was gonna say I'm Ohio, and I have no comment.
Yep, Canada has represented tonight. Let's go, Canada.
Let's also go to Spike Cave.
That's kind of pointless, isn't it?
Man, we're just like, what, the late night comedy club here?
Hey guys, we'll be here all week. Stay and try the fish.
Tip your waiters and waitresses. No, I meant tip them money, not tip them over.
Zaphod will have a quick clear of Armos Knights with the silver arrows. Quick shot apiece. Good point, chat. Do not try the fish. For anyone who is a sports fan, the reason winter hasn't gone away is because Mother Nature sees the Leafs are still playing hockey.
As a Blue Jackets fan, I'm happy my team is in the first round. Hopefully we don't blow it against the Capitals. Speaking of blowing it, Zaphod is going to head into the Armos Knights.
And we're going to get our Turtle Rock check to see what pendant we need there.
Ashes, ashes, the Armos Knights fall down for a heart container and a crystal.
And our second crystal of the night. And Quake for Turtle Rock. We have all pendants we need.
All right, so that means we are an Ice Rod and a hook shot away from go mode.
And less chance of a pedestal seed. As I say that, Ice Rod has now been officially defined to the pedestal.
ctack is going to head in. Unfortunately for ctack, he doesn't know that the cape is on the Lumberjack Cave and the Fire Rod is on the Bumper Cave, which means this is an Aga seed.
So he's making his one chest check here and seeing if he needs to dive deeper. We do not need to go deeper.
Nope.
But he does find his Cane of Samaria, which will also mean easier time in Ice Palace. And Zaphod going to go clear Misery, it looks like.
Can only check the first chest here in Hookshot Cave, which just has a piece of heart.
I've seen the hook shot stuck behind that chest, so...
Alright, so Caleb Ross is asking why no need to go deeper. So, in order to get past the first floor in Turtle Rock, you need 2 small keys. There are 4 chests in the first floor of Turtle Rock. 2 of them are blocked by the Fire Rod. 1 is blocked by a small key. We didn't find a small key in the first chest. You aren't able to get the small key that has to be in the Fire Rod room, which means you can't go any further in Turtle Rock.
As we enjoy the wonderful sprites of both Four Swords Link and Luigi, I'd like to point out we have a fantastic sprite development community amongst everyone else, from commentators like ourselves and others keeping these races going, restreamers, item trackers, everything a part of the community makes this happen, so they all make this a better game.
ctack paying off Kiki the Extortionist, and will be making his way into Pod. And we got a Twitch Prime sub with Corey Pro 21. Thank you very much.
As ctack dives into Pod.
Got a small key there. There's powder in Mire.
The most powerful item in the game.
Yes. Now that one chest there would be another instance where you would be locked out of Pod if you didn't have the bow, and there wasn't a small key there.
You can potion it, but potion glitch it, but no, Zaphod, why you do this to me? There are, I think, 30 plus sprites now.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And every release brings another handful, so lots of good work that comes out. Is it 100? I've never actually counted. I just know it's a large list. Hey, we got to miss the cutscene, but Zaphod did not.
but just the compass for his troubles.
As we continue the key finding expedition on ctack's side. ctack without the lantern means we will not, unless he's willing to do the dark maze. We will not see a full clear of Pod at this point.
And unless, depending on where the hook shot and the ice rod are, Zaphod may never need to go into Pod.
Very true. So this will be interesting to see. I thought ctack was setting up for the bomb jump there. Convenient place for the big key for Zaphod. He can just quickly hop over and check.
pH Meltzer, yes. The powder can be used for Magic Bat. Magic Bat is an item location in the randomizer.
And we've got the horseshoe check.
Having a little trouble finding that other chest. Gotta move to the right a little bit. And ctack just gonna nope out without finding that second chest.
And ctack noping out of Pod at this point.
Gonna finish off Eastern right after that.
If he has no light source, so he's gonna still do it blind.
All right, he did this once before and wasn't able to complete it. So this is gonna probably be a second attempt.
And knowing that there's
I was gonna say Zaphod's into Vitreous. I don't mind jumping over you because with those silver arrows, Vitreous is already down.
Done. And it's done. I was going to say Armos Knights only has a heart, so other than the crystal, there's not a lot for ctack to grab at this point coming in here.
Nope.
I think we're going to get an Eastern clear right after that from Zaphod.
Give me a desert.
Desert, thank you.
ctack's
Nothing useful on the ledge there.
ctack makes it through the second time.
Fairly nicely there. And another fight that will be gone in the next 5 seconds. Well done, ctack. Nice key dash from Zaphod there. If you line up with the door on a multiple of 4 pixels away from it, you can dash into it and immediately walk through it. Lamp is in Skull Woods.
Yep, it's in one of the first chests you normally check when you dip into Skullwoods. And Zaphod's gonna head into Lamulus.
Finding silver arrows early means most of these fights die pretty quickly. We do need Hookshot for Go mode to get past the gap after Moldorm 2. It is a required item.
Zaphod's gonna check Checkerboard Cave here and find that heart container.
The Freezy being in the freezer has not ever happened in any instance. Has it, Jax?
Alright, that one just flew over my head, I'm sorry.
Oh, Ice Rod being in Ice Palace.
Oh, yeah.
Never.
Not like that. It's not like that happened in my race a couple days ago or anything.
Nope, never has happened. ctack has the powder at least. He can quickly get a fairy here. Anti-fairy to fairy.
That's why we love powder.
It helps you deal with Bob as well. Rip Bob. Oh, ctack checking the bat. This is a check we have not seen from either runner yet.
No, we have not. And some blue goo.
Goo.
Unfortunately for ctack, you gotta go to Skullwoods to get the lamp. You gotta beat Aga 1 to go get the cape on Lumberjack, and then use the cape to get the fire rod on the Bumper Cave.
Nope, this is Zaphod's first time there. There's way too many other important things for him to clear. And I don't think we saw anything important up on Death Mountain as of right now, other than Hera having a crystal, which is torch locked.
Yeah, that's pretty much all. We haven't found much.
As the bombers troll ctack a bit there.
Yeah, it looks like ctack's gonna head into Swamp Palace.
It is 6 chests once fully cleared, so it's not a terrible check. And if he was to find... Go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, the only problem is he doesn't have the hook shot.
Right. What I'd like to see is him finding the hook shot or the ice rod in here, which gives him a leg up on Zaphod at this point. Also, if you notice, Zaphod is using another great minor glitch. If you are using the cape and pulling on a wall, it will not consume magic. This helps trivialize the tile room in Ganon's Tower as well. Not that we often see the tile room, but it's nice to have strategies that make it a bit easier.
Yep. Alright, we've brewed the coffee, got the big key, and gonna make our way up the tower.
When dash strats don't work, yeah, if you are rooting for ctack at this point, you will want to see the hookshot or the ice rod in Swamp at this point. Beautiful bomb jump from Zaphod to check the big chest there.
Troll Arm will have the last item.
He did see... No, he has not checked Lumberjack. He did not go up that way when he went out of Sanctuary.
No, he just went straight for Lost Woods.
Ooh, and the book from Tower of Hera.
That is an interesting thing to find.
With that, we have access to almost every single chest at this point. $5 for his time.
This was Zaphod's first time up here, right?
Yes.
Okay, so imagine he's gonna do all this, not gonna find much.
Do you think he dips Turtle Rock at this point?
He can go further than ctack could because he has the fire rod.
Yes, he probably has full access to Laser Bridge, so that's 5 chests to check, and he's right here.
I would honestly do Ice Palace because you can full clear it and it's 3 chests. You're gonna have to do Ice Palace at some point anyway.
I'm just wondering, does he make the call to check here while he's here?
We will find out.
Because, as we said, again, a couple of the dungeons you don't want to have to double or triple dip. Turtle Rock and Ice Palace are high on those. I've seen enough seeds in the last week and a half where Lantern is in Mimic Cave that, yes, that is a pleasant moment.
Meanwhile, ctack did not find anything in Swamp Palace and just has to nope out without the hook shot.
Come on, ctack, let's head to Skullwoods. I think that's where he's heading now.
Certainly looks like it. And that is where ctack is headed.
And here we go. One of the keys he'll find. And he'll make his way to the backside and get his lantern. Maybe a little bit of rage coming from ctack.
Alright, Zaphod is gonna do, I imagine, Hook Shot in Spike Cave and Super Bunny Cave first.
Especially since there's such a quick check from the top of Death Mountain there. And the shovel.
Or Shovelry.
So, Zaphod now has access to every single chest in this game except the stuff that is locked in Swamp Palace at this point. And Turtle Rock.
As well as these 3 chests here in Hookshot Cave.
Yes. So, he is almost able to get everything. Now it's figuring out which ones to go at. And here comes our Turtle Rock check.
Alright, alright.
Let's see if he remembers he doesn't have the hookshot when he does the fire rod room.
Yep, the game expected you to go the long way around, but we can use the hook shot and go the short way, except, well, we don't have the hook shot.
Ooh, and ctack not checking the bumper cave as he runs by it. Oh, that hurts.
Yeah, it does.
And he remembered. Dance, young Luigi. I think Zaphod forgot to fire his rod.
He was so busy dancing that he forgot he needed to get his flamethrower out.
I was wondering what he was waiting for.
There we go. Alright, now ctack is gonna go check Bumper Cave.
And ctack might get a little angry at that. Except he doesn't know where the cape is. Or does he? Oh, he's checking Lumberjack Cave now.
He's about to find out!
Incoming rage. And everyone's favorite chain chomps.
And by everyone's favorite, we mean everyone's, well, not favorite. All right, so for those who may have just joined us, Zaphod early on checked the lumberjack ledge and found that the cape was there. And then Bumper Cave had the fire rod, so he's had that for quite a while. ctack, on the other hand, well, he just found out. He's also just finding out that that's where the lamp is.
And there's the rage. So I expect we'll see a quick AGA from ctack at this point.
Yep, that's right exactly where he's headed.
Ooh, and half magic in the vanilla big key chest in Turtle Rock.
That is always nice to see. It's not required, but certainly useful.
It makes Trinex a way safer fight. And you know, us speedrunners, we like safe fights. As long as we can go fast.
So ctack is making the climb up Aga Tower. Zaphod's gonna get into Mimic Cave here. Finds just a big 20.
Just a quick reminder, everyone, you know, there's a lot of good people making these happen. Give these streamers a follow. They're putting on a great show for you tonight.
Yes, be sure to give both Zaphod, Beeblebronx the Fourth, and ctack a follow on Twitch.
As we find nothing important in the big chest here in Turtle Rock. Zaphod making some very, very clean work of Turtle Rock so far.
Yep, gonna head down to the dark maze here. We got the 4 chests in the laser bridge, and unless the ice rod's on one of them, he's gonna have to nope out. Yes.
Let's get some love for the laser bridge.
Boo, laser bridge. Small key to start.
Needed small key to start.
Not needed big 20 to start. Not needed Bombos medallion. And a super needed ice rod.
Wow. Ice rod on laser bridge. Well done. Go Randomizer.
And that pretty much means the pedestal is officially dead, because the hook shot cannot be on the pedestal because you need it for Swamp Palace.
Bombos for Gauntlet is always nice. Thank you, chat, for reminding us. Now we have one item left to find.
We don't need it for Ice Palace. We just need it for Ganon's Tower. Okay. Now, would that be trolly? We don't find the hook shot in Ice Palace, and it's in Ganon's Tower.
Oh, let's not talk about that yet. Nice quick kill.
Yep. $300 for Zaphod's troubles in crystal number 6. I don't believe Zaphod checked Fat Fairy yet.
No, Fat Fairy has not been checked yet. Swagnet. The best strats for Aga. Especially with as many blue balls.
Zaphod is gonna get into Spike Cave.
Get himself 5 rupees.
Alright, now that Ag is down, ctack is gonna get that cape and then followed by the fire rod.
This fantastic fetch for the fire rod.
Yes. Unfortunately, he is significantly behind Zaphod at this point.
And if he hunts for the ice rod before going into Turtle Rock, will put him even more behind.
Especially since we know that it is in Laser Bridge and Turtle Rock. Alright, Zaphod is going to finish Ice Palace and get his 7th and final crystal.
As we clear some penguin gators.
Alright, one thing we should remind everybody of as we are in the 7th dungeon. We will have a guessing game for where the GT Big Key is. We have a leaderboard that keeps track of the correct guesses. If you want to participate in this guessing game, you either need to be subscribed to one of the Speed Gaming channels or have donated 250 bits to one of the Speed Gaming channels. So, if you want to participate, you might want to get your subscription or bits in before Zaphod finishes the 7th dungeon.
Meltzer, that's why we have daily and weekly races of this, that everyone has the chance to play multiple times and play against everyone in the community. You will see some of the big names come out, like Hippos and the like, on daily races. There are also some fantastic community-built trackers that help you remember where things are and logic behind items.
Yeah, certainly those trackers help you learning the logic as you're playing through Randomizer.
And
Trace 3.
I was just about to say it.
Man, we're thinking alike here tonight. Trace 3, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub.
Something great minds.
Something. I was about to say Zaphod might be go-moding ice, but no, he's just the way he's routing it.
No, we would have seen a bomb jump from him if it was go mode.
Zaphod get a bomb jump across the to get back up.
Without the
Normal-
hookshot, you don't have hookshot strats to get in there.
Yep. Small key in there.
Ultra power.
Zaphod checked the 3 chests on the right side of Ice Palace.
No, he did not. I think he's assuming hookshot in Ganon's tower at this point. I think he does. I think Zaphod totally thinks he's in go mode right now. Chasing the cute, fluffy, cold stare around the room.
Using butter makes it very quick. And that's Crystal 7. Alright, there are 22 locations in Ganon's Tower basement where that GT big key can be. Please get your guesses in between 1 and 22.
Where do you think it's going to be tonight, Jax?
So, I normally used to say 22, and then I realized, I can't really win if I always guess 22. I'm gonna go... You know what? Since we're still trying to find this hook shot, I'm gonna say number 6, that it's right side, to prolong the not finding the hook shot.
Interesting. I was actually thinking 22 based on how the seed has gone tonight.
Jactus X, thank you for the 250 bits.
Unexpected factorials coming out in chat here.
Alright, 3 chests here. We just gotta find the hook shot. There's a map.
It's like deja vu all over again.
Deja vu, the sensation you are doing something you have done before.
Deja vu, the sense you have done something again.
Like, taking up Vitreous with silver arrows. Didn't even get a lightning strike, and down goes Vitreous for ctack.
Nice 0 cycle for ctack there. Cyclone, I am saying because the way the seed has gone from just the subtle double hint to get the Aga seed says to me it's going to be super trolly.
I imagine this is Zaphod's ascent up to Ganon's tower.
I think it is. I think this is not the fastest way, but it is a way.
It is certainly a way. I've
Chat
actually
calling.
Go ahead.
I was saying chat calling for shovel or hookshot to be at the shovel dig spot.
He does have the shovel. All right, you can keep getting your guesses in. As soon
Until
as
he ascends.
Yep, as soon as he enters GT, that's when the guessing game will close.
This could be a double dip into Ganon's tower. Just looking at the options. We do have 22 chests, but yeah, this could be interesting.
We shall see how this unfolds. All right, guesses are closed. Zaphod just going left side to start.
He knows he needs to find that hook shot, so I think he's going for the most clean, circuitous path he can.
Number 1, triple bombs on the torch. Man, these numbers are going to be way different today because of not having that hook shot.
Mm-hmm. No
Number
hover
2.
strats either.
Number 2, $300. All right, Zaphod mirrors out, going right side.
So now the question is, does my 22 still count if he checks tile room early?
Number 3 was a piece of heart. Number 4 was a small key. Nope, it is by the number that Zaphod checks it. And he is going to do tile room. So this is number 5.
This is a very interesting shuffle for this run. Early tile room.
Number 5, the map. All right, 6, piece of heart. 7, compass. 8, $20. 9, piece of heart.
Ooh, piece of candy. A room you rarely see in Randomizer.
Yep, normally you would have picked up the small key and then mirrored back to the front. But without the hook shot, we need to go this way. It's just to keep going. All right, Bob's chest is going to be number 10. Hi, Bob. Bye, Bob. Number 10, small key.
And Knights on Ice.
Number 11, 50 bucks. 12, triple bombs. 13, 50 bucks. All right. That's it. We can't go any further until we find that hook shot.
This will be a fun hunt.
All right, I've written down that we are at 14, so when Zaphod returns to Ganon's Tower, the next chest will be 14.
Sounds good. Looks like Zaphod is doing a pyramid fairy check. We got some awesome B strats from ctack over here on the left.
And now we're going to use the bomb jump to get across.
Don't hurt yourself, Luigi. There's still more to go.
Not pyramid fairy. Alright, so if you're rooting for ctack, Zaphod has not got into Pod nor Swamp. If ctack has any chance of catching up, Zaphod is going to check Pod and Swamp to no avail.
My call is going to be at the shovel location as of right now. The other one that hasn't been touched that has a potential, especially with that book drop, is Bombo's tablet.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only two places we have not checked.
Did we do the lunchbox? I cannot remember if we have or not.
Feel like I saw Zaphod do it and not find anything.
It was probably not worth it. Yeah, we have that second chest in the horseshoe in here that we didn't see, nor did we see the maze.
Oh, right, I forgot about those.
So, Pod probably has our best chance, but I'm still rooting for it to be a shovel hook.
All right. There it is!
There it is.
So we could have got it the whole time. You didn't need the... Oh, no.
ctack isn't going to go back and check that anytime soon.
No.
Because he had tried a different routing and used all his little keys, except I don't think he did that one. Well, he didn't, but I didn't think he thought about it.
That's gonna cost him more time.
Yep. At this point, as much as I want to root for ctack, it is not looking positive for him.
No.
We still have a big key to find in Ganon's tower, which should be interesting.
Especially because all our numbers are off because we didn't have the hook shot the first time.
Exactly. You know,
So,
chat, you make a fantastic point. This has been a very trolly seed, and I think Zaphod has hit really solidly on all of his routing so far. Made really good calls early on that has given him absolutely good positioning here.
Absolutely. So, when last we left, as the Ganon's Tower big key turns, Zaphod had checked 13 chests, found no big key, and now that we return with the hook shot, we are going to continue on with chest number 14.
And the muscle memory comes into play. He's already grabbed that little key. I could see Zaphod's brain going, oh wait, I can't go up there, the first time he came into the hookshot room there.
14, 5-bomb upgrade. 15, 20 bucks. 16, $5. 17, small key. Clutch using the hook shot to get across as the switch was flipping over. All right, 18. Small key. All that's left is the randomizer room.
Zaphod, please.
And he's in. All right, I'm gonna go back and check his personal stream to try to find it.
As we have ctack making his way into Moldorm. Nice key dash from Zaphod there. Hey, I called 22. So, as chat has pointed out, make sure we do give these runners a follow. They have done a fantastic run with this race, with this seed, and have been providing great entertainment tonight. Make sure you give them the love they deserve. Nick, do you not understand the commentator's curse? We cause everything to happen. Whether we like it or not. And Landmolas with artificial difficulty added via little fireballs. Nice clean shots from Zaphod there. Get himself out of Landmolas too. And Samaria strats. Probably some of the most elegant tech I find in this is Samaria strats like that. And this.
Alright, so unfortunately going through Zaphod's videos, it cuts out right as he's in randomizer rooms, so we're gonna have to probably
ask him in an interview, see if he remembers. Well, we'll get the number on the end of the stream. The statistics tell you which chest it was, so. Nice and quick, Mole Dorm 2.
And we're gonna be seeing the Aga 2 fight here shortly.
And the bumpers with a quick block. Yes, Landmolidorm. Ooh, and Bombo's tablet had the 1 rupee. Nice double to start this.
Another double there. 5. Okay, I counted wrong, but there's that double, and here we go. It's time for Ganon.
Butter with blue mail and 15 hearts should not be that bad for Zaphod to finish here. Serial, one of the big things that we talk about in the community is when you're racing, always assume you have made every wrong decision and your opponent has made every right, but still keep on trying.
Absolutely. We're here to support each other, and we want to, see everyone do well.
And we've all had seeds where we've just made the wrong routing decisions left, right, and center. And it's frustrating, but the most satisfying moment is beating that seed and showing it who's boss.
Yep.
Never give up, never surrender. By Grabthar's hammer.
Alright, we're into phase 4. Already got 1 arrow in.
And a torch glitch. Nice speedy torch glitch.
That's 3.
Very clean Ganon from Zaphod.
right, we just need Zaphod to go in the door, and he finishes with an official SRL time of 1 hour, or sorry, SRTV time of 1 hour, 51 minutes, and 4 seconds. Spam those GGs in chat.
GG Zaphod.
Thank you.
Now, we have an important question we have to ask you. We're all on the edge of our seats for this. Your stream kind of cut out when you were in Randomizer room. Do you remember which chest the big key was in?
Bottom left.
Do you was that the first one you checked or the last one you checked?
That was first. Sorry about that, guys.
It's not
All
your
good.
fault. All right, so that means it was number 19.
And ctack in Turtle Rock, just forgetting he needs to do the torch room backwards. So,
Yeah, I had a little issue with that when I had to do it twice.
yeah, we saw you didn't take out your fire rod and just kind of danced for us, so. So, what are your thoughts on that seed?
Couldn't the hook shot have been a little bit earlier? Just saying.
I think the thing that amused me the most was how much of a hype castle that was to start.
Yeah. Silvers and right there, and yeah. The only issue is I didn't have any bombs to do the back half of it first.
Neither did ctack.
I see.
The big thing we noticed that happened was you had checked Lumberjack Cave and saw that cape, and then the Bumper Cave check pretty early on once you hit Dark World really drove that obvious Aga to you, and it took ctack a bit of time to actually make that check.
I see.
And actually, the other problem right now is ctack dipped into pod earlier than you did because he also forgot the lamp in, well, not forgot, didn't go to Skullwoods to get the lamp. But, so he went to pod, but never checked the big key chest in pod. Therefore, he doesn't have the hook shot yet.
Oh, no. That's really bad.
Yeah, and he already basically full cleared what he could in Swamp looking for it, I think. Or something.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, this has not been a terribly friendly seed.
No. It actually kind of threw us off earlier because I had forgotten that ctack hadn't checked everything in pod, so we were, as you left GT, we were like, okay, it's got to be either Bombo's tablet,
Or shovel.
or shovel, and then it was like, oh, it's actually in pod.
Yeah, I was planning to do those things if pot turned out to be empty. Thankfully, I didn't need to do them. Starting with purple chest, of course.
Oh yeah, we had forgot about purple chest also.
I was really quite relieved when that ice rod showed up where it did. I mean, come on. Why does it have to be there of all places?
Oh, we were conjecturing where that was and talking about maybe Ice Rod in Ice Palace or Pedestal.
Yeah, it was like the last place it could be in Turtle Rock before you had to go back. So, other than that, I mean, we were talking about, you know, for all the trouble you have with finding the hook shot, you still do this in sub 2 hours is quite remarkable.
Yes, fantastic run and just really solid routing on everything.
Thank you.
ctack is in a mimic cave now. Oh, and ctack taking a death.
Unfortunate. Oh. It's not
no.
the longest walk back from Big Chest door in Turtle Rock, but it still sets him back.
Trying to go back through the race and trying to remember things that happened, but it didn't. I'm trying to remember, Zaphod, did you complete Cold Stare before doing the right side of Ice Palace?
I did.
Okay, was that just trying to hope that you could find the hook shot, trying to find the hook shot before...
Yeah, I was looking for the hook shot.
Yeah.
Since at that point I knew what the last 3 chests were, the dungeon map and the other 2 items.
I see. Alright, well...
Oh! Ooh!
Ugh.
Troll on the laser bridge.
Oh, and ctack is gonna nope out before getting the ice rod.
Oh, I think he's checking Mimic Cave. Oh, no, he is noping out.
Yeah, he already checked Mimic Cave. Well, Zaphod, honestly, I can't... Other than that, I really can't think of much else to ask you, because as trolly as the seed turned out to be, you were able to get the information early to where you're able to not get trolled by it so much. Any final thoughts, being 2-0 and heading into the 3rd week of the Swiss stage?
Well, I have one thing to say to my opponent. Don't get discouraged by this.
No, not at all. We all start somewhere, and we all get better as we continue to do this. Well, Zaphod, you're welcome to stick around with us, or if you need to go, you're more than welcome to. But GG on a great race, and everyone in chat, please make sure to give Zaphod Beeblebrox IV a follow on Twitch.
All right, thanks again.
Thank you.
Take care.
Have a good night. All right, ctack is on his way to Mothula. We know he isn't going to find anything.
But he is checking that green pendant because it possibly has the item he's looking for.
Fortunately, we know it doesn't. Oh, we're gonna see some B strats with the cape on Mothula.
This is impressive. Now that is a Mothula kill.
Props to him for pulling that off.
Pure and utter swag.
Now, one thing that should be noted, in the SRTV room, ctack can see that Zaphod has finished, so he knows he's lost the race at this point. But again, just let's keep cheering ctack on and getting him to finish this race.
Bit of hesitation trying to figure out where to go next. Do we think he's going to get his hook shot here?
Certainly looks like it would be the case.
I think he's going to make his way to the back before he checks the big key chest, though. And that'll just put him behind a bit.
Just as long as he remembers to get that hook shot and check the big key chest.
And to go with our tracker Cyclone, I actually do agree. I think he is looking for the ice rod at this point, not the hook shot. And might be frustrated at it, but not unhappy at finding it.
If anything, that might lead him back to Swamp Palace, which we know
yeah.
it's not going to be there.
Also, possibly check at Hookshot Cave. And the check we've all been waiting for.
That should get ctack the hook shot. Immediately nopes out. And going right back to Death Mountain.
I think he's going for the hookshot cave, hoping that since it's close enough to Turtle Rock, he can go, I can hop right to Turtle Rock if I find it there.
Unfortunately, we know it's on Laser Bridge.
We've got some fancy red pajamas here. Right now, the hookshot has the chance of trolling him by sending him back to Swamp and to the Dig, and it looks like he may be following both of those.
This is probably a dig check.
Yep. And Dig will be really close to Swamp, so he's gonna go hit that next, I think.
Just a 5-arrow upgrade there. And as we unfortunately predicted, ctack is going to head back to Swamp House.
And I think he left with, what, 2 chests on the laser bridge, which it's going to be really hard to justify going for 2 chests that far down.
No, he's unfortunately probably going to check everything before going back to Turtle Rock.
But again, he is not letting the seed beat him. He is going to beat this seed handily. Well,
yes.
He's going to beat it with everything it gave him.
Mm-hmm. Because he's probably going to get everything the seed could give you.
Sometimes these troll seeds force you with 100% completion. Or 100% check rate.
I mean, in terms of time, like...
This is not bad for this seed and the position of items and what he has checked. So, not taking the broken stairs up to check the big chest, it looks like.
Now it looks like he's going to head back.
Another of those rooms you rarely see in Randomizer. Oh, there totally have.
Alright, ctack is into Argus. Down he goes for a heart container and the blue pendant.
Are we seeing the play? Or is he going to actually go check? Yeah, I think he's going.
Let's hope.
We believe in you, ctack.
You got this, bud.
To quote a famous lyricist from the 90s, you can do it, put your back into it. The rest is left as a proof to the reader. And no one wants to do Helmasaur King at this point. Quadruple or triple dip into pod.
No, you do not. Although, do we know if ctack got all 5 items in pod?
Yes, he did.
So yeah, there would be no need to go beat Helmasaur, because you know it's just a dungeon item there.
And he's checked ped.
So this is quite literally the last play he's got.
You know, where? Because he got the. Oh, he's missing a sword upgrade. There's Eastern Palace, Ferry, Pyramid, and the Wall, or the Well. So, which one did he miss? Trying to think back. I think he skipped right side of Pyramid. It's the only place I can think of that he wouldn't have gone, because he got the well, he got the fairy fountain, because he was the first one to find it, and he got Eastern Palace, so a nice hold left just to get out of this. The maze that trolled so many of us when we were children or younger. Is he going to blow up the entire dungeon at this point?
Oh,
Looks like it.
Looks like he is going to keep going, though, and head to Trinex.
Let's go, everyone.
Let's get this 3-headed turtle.
Ooh, that was close. Missed that, almost missed that last hit on the firehead. Half magic makes Trinex very doable, and no potions really required for the not spectacular one-cyclers. Come on, let's go left side, ctack.
Nope, going right side first.
Probably just for the 2 quick checks. Oh, is he going to do tile room 2 early?
Probably not.
Ah, it was just a miss menu. I was wondering why he popped cape at that point. If we were doing this properly, we're at chest 8.
I'd make a joke about my contract stipulating I only have to do the big key guessing game once, but again, we're volunteers. There's no contracts. And there's the big key.
In 10, right? Or 11?
That was 10.
Yep. We couldn't do it without everyone who helps support us. So, you know, from the restreamers, the trackers, and most importantly, the racers. So, you know, everyone makes this.
Yep.
So thank you everyone for all the work you've put into the tournament up until this point.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we get the easy job to just blab about what these racers are doing, to be focused like Cyclone and tracking all these items, or having the technical prowess like the restreamers to get these things up. Like, there are so many people that work to make this tournament go, and this is all for again, we're all doing this for fun. There's no we're not doing this for any money or any prizes or anything. We're doing this just because we love this, love doing this.
And, you know, I think a really important shout out goes out to the devs of this game. Our dev community is very highly in touch with all of us who do play and still play very actively, which allows them to see what's going on in the first place and make this as great of a game as it is today.
Absolutely.
And I highly recommend, if any of you haven't taken the chance to watch it, is Andy and Christos's race at AGDQ of this year. It was a spectacular example of what this game can do. I've yet to meet a speedrunning community that hasn't been opening and welcoming to people coming in and playing their game. He had no time for that bombos. Ooh. Yeah, let's get a good round of applause going for ctack to make this last bit of the ascent up here. He does not have any potions.
Certainly has the money to go get him once gets through Aga 2.
Well, he's got these two fairies here.
Yep, he should get his health back, but...
And the magic refill down there.
Yep, and now we're on to Trolldorm 2.
Oh, and Trolldorm strikes again.
Bad Trolldorm. ctack has been through enough. You don't need to troll him. There we go.
Couple of extra slashes for good measure.
Alright, into Aga 2. Nice double there.
Just need one more.
And there it is.
There we go.
All
There
right.
we go.
Time for the big pig.
Come on, we want to see some fried bacon.
All right, there's phase 2.
Going for safety cape strats.
Yep, that should get him into phase 3. All right, we're into phase 4. There's 1. Ooh, missed the
Wow.
torch glitch. He's got to be careful. Yep, switch over to that lamp. Nice double.
Nice double.
And there we go.
Well done. Yeah, well done, ctack.
And ctack finishes with an official SRTV time of 2 hours, 34 minutes, and 24 seconds. Get those GGs in chat.
GG. GG, ctack. GG.
Thank you. That was interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, there was just some bad timing things for you that just did not work at all.
Yeah, dying on Laser Bridge right before the ice trod was not quite ideal.
No.
Nope.
And the not a lumberjack check or bumper cave early didn't lead you to Aga early enough. It was a rough seed, but congratulations on finishing. Seriously, that was not easy.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a fun seed overall to play. As a person that's watched a lot of these seeds before, always love a good Aga seed, but when I found the book but still no ice rod, I had to check the pedestal just to make sure that it was not on ped.
GG. Yeah, and that pedestal check was not a bad idea at that time. There was just some bad timing things for you that just did not work.
I'm just trying to think, because I was in Turtle Rock at about 150, and that was right as my opponent started to finish.
No. And the not a lumberjack.
Yeah, because Zaphod had basically gotten the knowledge of the cape being on the ledge immediately, and then the fire rod. He basically was able to, well, and also the lamp and Skullwood. So you put all 3 of those together. You know, you were unfortunately going into dungeons unable to clear some of them, whereas Zaphod was able to clear them. So he just took a lot of the time was spent having to just single dip dungeons, where unfortunately you were having to do double dips.
Bad idea at that time.
That's just the way it goes. Leaving the lamp in that part of Skull Woods, I just didn't count, and it did not work out in my favor at all.
Yeah, a couple of small routing things like that, especially on a seed like this where it is so heavily dependent on a couple of long chains. I think you did really well for what you were given.
let's see what my collection rate was.
I think
It was
you
pretty
hit
much-
almost every chest.
Aside from right GT, I think I would be right around the 183 range.
You were unfortunately going into dungeons, unable to clear some of them. Yes. So, all right. Well, real quick, even though this is very late here on the East Coast, we still have Randomizer going on. We have a race going on, and actually on this channel here in about 10 minutes. So, unfortunately, unfortunately, we're gonna have to get out of here in a few minutes. So, you know, GG ctack, very good job, you know, finishing this out and not giving up at all.
What you were given.
Thank you guys for taking the time to help volunteer and commentate this.
It was a
I think you
fantastic
hit almost
seed to
every
watch
chest.
and to watch you guys run, so it was a pleasure.
Yes. ctack, make sure to make sure at least run the credits to the collection rate, because we need that for the official records. But again, to everyone watching, please give a follow to ctack and to Zapha Beeblebrox. Our tracker Cyclone, and Outrageous, my co-commentator.
The same goes for Jex Refi. Fantastic runner here.
There's a lot of better runners than me, but it is appreciated. So, all right. On that note, my bet is calling. Finishing this out and not giving up at all. Please stay tuned. Have a great evening.
Seed to watch and to watch you guys run, so it was a pleasure.
Yes. ctack, make sure to make sure to at least run the credits to the collection rate, because we need that for the official records. But again, to everyone watching, please give a follow to ctack and to Zapha Beeblebrox. Our tracker is Cyclone, and Outrageous, my co-commentator.
The same goes for Jex Refi. Fantastic runner here.
There's a lot of better runners than me, but it is appreciated. So, all right. On that note, my bet is calling, but again, we've still got Randomizer going tonight on this channel. So please stay tuned. Have a great evening.